Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, the ground game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give from the gun. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Stopped after making the catch. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
The long 58-yard attempt backfires, and now the offense is set up in plus territory around the 41. Plows through the defense. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go right back to it. At the 35, he's got room. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The give to the single back. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, no!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He's looking to throw. And the ball is intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The play-action fake. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Badgers line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Badgers are flying down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 21, Wisconsin 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Oh, what a move to get open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Fires complete on the crosser. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll run play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, dope was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball they're thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Makes a connection. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to the ground with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Got his man.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to move it through the air. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, no!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Badgers pick up the first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it. Breaks the tackle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Badger.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create in some...
The expressway is wide open. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Oh, man. Thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
He wants to go deep. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Going up top on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. Quarterback gets enough. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to be.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Watts. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try the run. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Hands it off. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. He'll keep it on the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on a top 5 battle. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He wants to throw here on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morris. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? You know, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Got some room to run. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Looking to pass on second down. Quickly complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Trying to make magic with his feet. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida State 31, Wisconsin 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. It's complete. Opens. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Picks up 4. Second down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, that's a double whammy for the offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to keep the clock ticking. Not only do you lose yards running the football, but you also went out of bounds, so you stop the clock, essentially helping out the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught close to the marker. It's Watts. Touchdown Seminoles! What a grab and go for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. More tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They're trying to get to it. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Obviously, they fail on that 4th down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Brings up second down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Timeout.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Watts. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics,